everyone, welcome back to my channel for a brand new vlog. It has been literally 3 weeks since I have last uploaded, and that video was our bathroom reveal. So if you haven't seen that, I'll make sure to link it below or link it at the end of this video for you to go back and watch. After that, we finally went on our trip to Germany to attend Oktoberfest, which was super fun. This was a trip that we had planned back in 2020 with some friends, and then obviously that did not happen due to COVID. So it's been much anticipated for us to all go out there and have a good time, and that's exactly what it was. We were out there for a little bit. We ended up going to Strasbourg, France for a few days before we met everyone in Germany. And then from there, we spent about 4 or 5 days in Munich. And in those 5 days, we did 2 days of Oktoberfest with all of our friends. And then they ended up moving off to other locations, and we stayed for a few more days with just another couple. And we ended up spending a 3rd day in Oktoberfest just trying to hit all the tents, because there's literally like 15 or 17 tents, I think. We wanted to make sure that we had hit all of them. So we spent the 3rd day walking around getting souvenirs, trying all the food outside, and then hitting some tents that we had not hit over the 2 days when we were with everyone. So it was a ton of fun. It was a really good time, but we definitely needed like 5 days to recover after that. So after Munich, we ended up heading over to Berlin for a few days, which was really cool, really funky city. Definitely way different than I had expected it to be, but it was still fun to see everything. And our friends went home, and we spent a few days together in Copenhagen and Denmark just to end the trip, which was really nice. Yeah. Now we are back. I had about a week to kind of just do things, get back into the routine, get back into work and things like that. And I now had the chance to hop on and start a video. This video, I think I'm going to do it over today and tomorrow. I am going to show the laundry room reveal, kind of go over everything about the laundry room, pop out and get some plants for the laundry room, for the countertop, maybe go into a few stores and see if there's anything that I can get decor-wise for the laundry room. I'm not really rushing to get anything put in there, but I am looking for like containers for the detergent and things like that. But I really want to take my time, make sure I don't buy something and then 6 months later want to replace it. We're gonna do that. Tomorrow I'm gonna finally go get my nails done. They're like 4 weeks old. I can't believe I still have all 10 on my fingers. But one started loosening up today, and once one goes, I pick at the rest of them. So I made an appointment tomorrow to go get my nails done. And yeah, I don't really have too much else planned. We'll kind of see how it goes, go with the flow. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on and say hi, share a little update, and we can jump right into showing our laundry room. I just realized I was just about to show you the laundry room, and I actually have a few video clips of us at Oktoberfest or just showing Oktoberfest, so I will pop those in here now. But that's really all that I have, just because we were with our friends, so I didn't really want to video anything else, because we just wanted to be in the moment. So hopefully this lighting is okay when we have the window and so much light coming through. It kind of messes up the lighting and gives a little bit of a glare, but hopefully you can get the idea of what the laundry room looks like. And we have obviously our cabinets that we got from IKEA, which we installed, and then I painted, and then I added the gold hardware that I got from Etsy. I just drilled holes myself and installed those. We also have our wooden countertop, which is like my favorite part of the room, I think. We were thinking of doing granite or quartz, similar to what we did in the bathroom, but we felt that wood would really warm up the space. So these are actually cut pieces you can get from Lowe's. We just obviously cut them to the size that we needed them once we got them home, and then stained and sealed them. We added the tongue and groove to the back. So if you think way back, when I first started this project, we were adding countertops to the wall, we were adding cabinets to the walls. Those cabinets were sold out on IKEA for the longest time, so I kind of changed the idea of this room, and I actually like how it turned out. I think if we added the cabinet to the wall, it would really close in the space, and I think having nothing on the wall but the tongue and groove really opens up the area and makes it feel lighter in here. We just got it in sheets. We had them cut them a little bit so we could fit them in our car, and then we basically glued them onto the wall and added this trim. The color of the tongue and groove is actually a little bit different. I just need to touch up there, so don't look at that. But different to the wall. This is like a linen color. I can put the exact color right here on the screen, and then I'll put the exact color of the wall on the screen as well. But they're slightly different just to give it a little bit more dimension. This is just me playing with some plants. I actually just went to Lowe's and got some plants to put here with some terracotta pots. These are just from another room, just to kind of give you an idea before I went and bought some. Like I said, countertop, we brought it completely across. We just framed around and sat it on top. And then obviously you have this little piece here. And then my other favorite part of the room is this drying rack. I got this from George and Willie. Quite an expensive piece. There is alternatives on Etsy, which I'll share, but this one was coming in time from when I needed it, so I ended up buying from here. Then I just added these not that long ago. These are just like for when I want to hang up clothes that need to be air dried rather than go in the dryer. So like dresses, blazers, things like that. Maybe even some jeans. That way they dry quite nicely rather than over the rail. I can just hang them up here. And it's also super useful because I will do my laundry folding literally right here as I get everything out in the dryer. So I can bring in like hangers and everything, hang everything behind me, and then just take everything into our room when I'm done. I also wanted to share that we turned these in so they can be pulled out, and then I bought these bins on Amazon, and I'll share. I got 2 sets of 2. And basically that divides up our washing. So we have like coloreds, whites, and then in here we have our delicates. We also have a bin here for like rags or anything like pet wise, since we have a couple pets. That way we can do a separate wash for those. So they're super handy. IKEA is really great because you can kind of manipulate how you want. So these were meant to obviously open as doors, but we manipulated them to pull out. And then we also have these deep drawers. Now I haven't organized this, so don't judge. But these are like super, super deep. You can kind of just put whatever you want. I kind of want to put like some baskets or something in here just to have a little bit more organization. And then you also have these drawers in each one. So just a ton of extra storage. I love how they close. Again, another one down there. And then we have a closet here. Again, haven't really decided what I'm doing, so I've just kind of put things in there for now. And then the same thing up here. But yeah, that is our laundry room. That's the rug. And then we have, of course, the light that I got from West Elm. Yeah, it's pretty much done. The only things I am waiting for in here now are like, I want to put a couple like jars or containers on the countertop above the washer and dryer for our laundry detergent, softener, things like that. And I might put something on this wall behind me, maybe like a nice vintage or like thrifted art piece on the wall. I'm gonna head downstairs now and pot those plants that I mentioned and get them up here. Hopefully I don't break any nails. I'm on the last day before I get new ones. And then I also, like I said, need to touch up here. I just touched up the paint here and accidentally got it on here, and then we have a little bit up there as well. Now the next day, I have just quickly finished editing a reel for our laundry room. It is another really gloomy day, so I cannot get good footage of that space, but I just worked with what I had, so I just have uploaded that to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, so I will share those links below if you want to check it out. I am just getting ready to go get my nails done finally, but before I do that, I'm gonna run downstairs and make a quick lunch or quick bite to eat before I head out. I'm hoping the rain will hold while I go there, but it looks like there's a massive storm rolling in, but hopefully it doesn't start until I get into the salon. So today for lunch, I am making my own little twist on this item that I had a few months ago at somewhere nearby that we go. They actually don't do it anymore, but they called it a cucumber sashimi, I think is what they called it. And it's basically cucumber with like a chili crunch. This is the one that I'm using. You can see that I like it because I go through it really quickly. And then I add soy sauce and then a little bit of sesame oil, and then we finish it off with some rice seasoning. Usually I leave them sliced like this, and I do a little bit of everything kind of on top of all of them, but today I'm gonna slice them up into a little bit of smaller pieces and put them in a bowl, and then put all the toppings on top and mix it together. That way I can just eat it really quickly. But yeah. Good morning. It is now the next day. I've done such a terrible job. Oh my god, my battery is literally flashing. Okay, let's try that again. I said this was gonna be a 2-day vlog, yesterday and the day before, but the rain kind of ruined that plan because it was just so dark in the house. I barely could show the laundry room, and then I uploaded the laundry room reel like I had said yesterday, and it was just really, really dark, so I ended up just not filming anything. But today I do have to go to work later, so I've just taken a quick shower, washed my hair, and now I'm gonna do my makeup. So I figured I would just turn the camera on and do it in front of you guys. So earlier I put this Marriott Instant Glow serum on, kind of running out almost. You gotta give it a good shake before you put it on, so I put that on earlier, and then I let the leftover I just rub into my hands. I really, really like this stuff. The only thing I hate, which they might have changed already because I've had this for a little bit, is the pump. It literally sucks. I have to pump so many times just to get a little bit. I really should be like a dropper, so hopefully they change that if they haven't already. I feel like I can't be the only one complaining about that, So, but yeah, this is really good stuff from Merit. Now I'm gonna go in with Refi face primer. This is something I recently got. I kind of went and purchased a few things from Refi after seeing it kind of like all over TikTok recently. This is just like a roller, which is really, really nice. So you just kind of squeeze. I don't know if you're gonna see it. Oh yeah, you can see it. So it acts as a roller as well on your face. So it feels really nice. So I roll up as I'm putting it on versus down. Okay, so now that is dry. I'm basically using a lot of Merit products just because. Okay, so that's dry for the most part. Now I'm gonna go in with my Merit complexion stick. Now this is the second one that I have bought. I literally just topped up when we came back from vacation. This one is in Silk, I believe is the name, and it's just a minimalist complexion stick. You can kind of use it for anything, and I just use it in replace of foundation. And then I honestly don't really use concealer that much either for like my day-to-day like work look. So I put it under my eyes and kind of everywhere and then blend it in with the brush. So I'm gonna go in now, and it really gives a nice like your skin kind of look and doesn't really look like you're wearing anything. You can kind of not even see it on the camera. That, and then I go in with my Merit brush that I also bought that they say to use with this and blend it all in. Okay, I'm back with a mirror. I don't know how people do this with just the camera. I have my mirror, so I'm just gonna blend it all in, make sure I do it right before I finish this video and have streaks all over my face. Then I'm gonna go in with my Merit Beauty bronzer in Quince? I don't know. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. There we go. And I just put this obviously everywhere. And this is like my quick 5-10 minute makeup look, which I do pretty much most days. So really subtle, not too much. I don't really do too much on my forehead because obviously I have bangs, and once I blow dry those down, you don't really see much. Then I also have another Merit product. This is their Beverly Hills Blush Balm. Comes in this little container. This is the color. It's kind of like a dull orangey, purpley color. On the Sephora website, it looked a little bit more peach, but it's definitely not. But again, I just kind of, everybody does this differently, but this is how I've been doing it as of late. I use that. You can use your fingers, but I've been using my Rare Beauty blush brush, which I need to clean all my brushes. Maybe I'll do that after this. Last Merit Beauty product, I promise, is this one, and this is what I just recently bought when I got a new one of these. This is their Solo Shadow. This is in Studio. So this is like a creamy, eyeshadow. And you can use your finger. Lately, I have been using a brush only because my nails were really, really long before I got them fixed, which actually I didn't show you. These are my nails. They're super chromy. In this light, they look like gray, but in person, they're really quite brown. I did a brown with the white chrome on top. They kind of look really, there we go. Maybe that looks a little bit more brown. But yeah, so I got them cut shorter. So I can use my finger, and you just put a little bit on your finger like that, and then just rub it on to your eyelids. I'm just gonna go in with a brush just to finish it out. After I've done my eye color, I'm gonna go in with my eyebrow pencil. So you can see I have no eyebrows. I've thought about getting them like tinted and everything like that, and like, what is it, laminated, but I'm super scared because I have a redhead or a strawberry blonde. If I go get my eyebrows done, they're gonna do like a really dark brown or a really like red color, and it's just gonna look awful. So that's what's been stopping me from going and getting them done. But I really should maybe go in with having them done how I usually do them, so they can see and then they can match a color. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this is in blonde. So I don't use red colors because it's too much, because my hair is strawberry blonde. It's got a lot of blonde in it. So once my hair is blow dried and down, the red would be too dark. So I go with blonde color just to give it a little bit of a styling. And then obviously I have bangs as well, so I don't want the brows to really pop out of my bangs. Done. Top it off with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. And my eyebrows pretty much naturally go up themselves, so I just put a little bit, brush it through. I am using my little sample of setting powder. Now I have the bigger version, or I had the bigger version of this, and then instead of rebuying it, I bought the Sephora one because a lot of people said it's quite similar. I ended up getting this as a sample when I bought a few products, so I've just been using it. And I actually don't put it all over my face. I literally just do like my under eyes with this little brush, just because it's a small pot. I brush under there, and then I go down to the sides of my nose, just because that's where I get quite oily. And then also right here between my eyebrows. And that's literally all I touch. Sometimes I do a little bit on my chin, but I like the dewy kind of like look, so I don't like to put powder all over my face because it gives me a really matte finish, and I don't really like that on me personally. I have been using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I use that in the brown. So I've been using brown for the last 2 months instead of, it looks black on the camera, but it's brown. Instead of black. I don't know if it does much to me, but I feel like it gives a little bit more of a subtle look and not too like in your face. And that is my eyes. My lip products, put my nose piercing back in. My lip products are downstairs. I'm just gonna put on some setting spray and then put my lip product on, and then we'll be all done. Okay, this is the setting spray that I use. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Now my lip products, again, I did a refi order. In the past, I've used their bronzer and their blush, like the cream. But it's been a while since I bought something. So like I said, I bought this the other day. And then I also bought their Orchid Lip Blush. So it's a really pretty color. And it's just a little stick like this. So I think it's really cute just to like throw in your bag. Then I obviously had to buy their lip gloss. I've seen this literally all over the internet. And then I also bought the Rosewood lip pencil that I have been using. So I'm gonna go in with the lip pencil. So that is the lip pencil. It looks really nice. It's a really nice natural looking color. And really nice combination. And then obviously go on top with their lip gloss. Alright, so that is my makeup look. So it's super simple, really just like a natural look. And then obviously I'm gonna do my hair next and then pick out what I'm gonna wear to work. I just stood up and I feel like it gives a better look of the makeup. See, my eyebrows are a lot darker, but I feel like the blonde color really works well with my hair. And then just a subtle bronzer and blush, and then obviously the lip color. So I just wrote down everything. I had it saved, everything like broken down as we were going through this project as to how much we spent, and then something happened to my computer a little while ago and I lost that document. So I've just quickly written it up. I have a straight piece here. I've just quickly written it up again before I run through it with you. But I wanted to start with our, and hopefully you can hear me, it's a little echoey in here. I wanted to start with our IKEA cabinets. So we originally were buying this closet, 2 drawers here, and then a set of 2 drawers right here. And then we were buying a cabinet, like a 2-door cabinet, and then we were gonna be putting like floating shelves between that cabinet and the closet so we could put things up here. So originally I had quoted that we were spending about $2,080 doing that project, but then we ended up not using the wall cabinet because it ended up being sold out and never coming back into stock. So we just canceled that from our order. And then we also bought a few additional items, like obviously we bought the rack that had to go on the wall before the cabinet goes on the wall. So that got returned, as well as a few other items. So our overall spend at IKEA for the cabinets that we installed after returning things that we didn't use came to $1,700. Now, when I looked at getting this like professionally done and getting cabinets installed with basic countertop, nothing fancy, no color, really boring handles, and then some quotes didn't even have handles because they were super expensive. I was getting quotes for like $3 grand. $1,700 is really awesome, really great price for like a do-it-yourself. IKEA is super, super user-friendly. You can go online. I basically went online, and maybe I'll put a snapshot here if I still have it saved. Basically, go online, you've measured your space, you put in your measurements and kind of where your window is if you have a window, where the door is if you have a door, and it lays it all out for you, and you can kind of just like plug and chug countertops and closets and things like that to how you want it to look like. And then you can do a 3D view so you get the exact idea of what it's going to look like before you purchase everything. And then it's as easy as clicking a button after that, and everything that you need goes into your cart. So that was super helpful and really, really, like I said, user-friendly for us to use. I literally did that in one sitting and everything arrived just a few days later. Obviously, I painted them blue. So I would say obviously paint supplies, maybe like 50 bucks. So somewhere around that area, depending what paint you're picking, and then also the type of paint, things like that. So that's how much it cost for me to paint that blue. Then obviously I painted the tongue and groove and the wall. So again, I would say 50 bucks, maybe 40 for each can. I like to buy cans where it's kind of like a one paint kind of go. I don't have to really put a primer on or anything. I will put here the colors of everything, the color of the cabinets, the color of the tongue and groove, and then obviously the color of the wall. Now, when I painted the wall, I also painted the windowsill, the skirting around the floor, and then also the door the same color. Obviously, this is white, but when you close it, you can see that it's the same color as the wall, as well as the trim and everything. I personally really like that look. I feel like that is not very common in America, but in like England and Europe and things like that, painting the trim, the door, everything the same color as the wall is quite popular, and I really just like that look because I feel like it ties the room together and makes it feel really warm. So like I said, here are the colors. So then we come to the countertops. These were pre-made, sized countertops that we got from Lowe's. They were almost perfect size. Actually, this one, I'll show you. This one here that the washer and dryer on was actually like the perfect size. We didn't have to do anything to it. This one here was just a little bit too long, but it worked out really nicely because we just essentially cut off this piece here that was originally on this piece and made it the side piece here that this sits on. So it literally worked perfect. We didn't have any remaining pieces and everything connected really nicely together, and then obviously just used a little bit of filler along here just to connect everything in one seamless go. So yeah, we got these from Lowe's, pre-made, pre-cut to a specific size, and it cost me just for these two pieces $280, and that is significantly less than going somewhere and getting them to install butcher block for you or quartz. We saw how expensive it was for me to do the quartz in the bathroom. It was like $800. and I did more square footage here in the laundry room for literally $280. So it comes it comes sanded, but it comes untreated, like just like a natural wood. It's super light and really easy for you to DIY a project. So that literally just got delivered to our house. We cut it to size, we installed it ourselves, and then I used a sealant to give it a nice color and then also obviously protect it. I don't expect us to use a lot of water in here or anything like this. These countertops are not going to be used too much other than folding laundry, but you still want to put a sealant on. That way the wood is protected, especially with the sunlight coming from the window as well. So between the countertop and the cabinets, it literally was still less than $2,000 to do that project. When if I went with a designing company, they would have charged me $3,000, $3,500 to do the project for us. And there would also be a waiting period of like 6 to 10 weeks because I feel like everything is taking so long now. Then we have our gold hardware. So I'll show you here. This is our gold hardware. Really nice, really simple, really sleek. I got this from Etsy. Now, if you go to like Lowe's or Home Depot or maybe even like Walmart, you might find some really nice gold hardware. But I really wanted the skinny, sleek look, and a lot of them are quite square and quite boxy. So I just went on to Etsy and ordered them on there, and all of these cost me $65. And I got 2, 4, 6. So 6 for $65. Sounds like a lot, but it's really easy to install hardware, especially if you don't have holes. You can actually just buy a kit on Amazon, which I will show here. Super cheap. You basically just hook it on based to your measurements of what your hardware is measured at, and then you just mark the holes, drill the holes, and then literally put your hardware onto your cabinet. So it was super easy. It really didn't take me that long, maybe about half an hour to do 6. Yeah. Along with another item that I got from Etsy was the linen curtain that we installed up here. So I got that from there as well. And that was $77 because it is linen and it is custom made. Because of the measurements of the window, I really couldn't find something that I could just buy that was already made based on the measurements because the window is quite awkward. So I had to reach out to the shop and have them custom make it for me, but it turned out really, really nicely. And then I just paired it with a gold rod on Amazon that was like $12. What else do I have here? Oh, the light. I keep saying it's from West Elm, but it's not from West Elm. It's from Crate and Barrel Kids. I just stumbled upon it on Pinterest and ended up buying it, and it is $179. I don't know why it's only on the kids website because it's super cute and definitely should be on their main website, but I really liked it because it's got the raffia kind of style, and then it also has the plastic cover underneath, so when the light is on, it's bright, but like if you stand under it, it's not like overbearing. You know, sometimes they're just completely open and it's really, really bright and it just doesn't look right. So it's really helpful, and then I really like the pattern that it does when the light is on. So yeah, Crate and Barrel Kids. I definitely recommend checking out kids websites, especially like the West Elm, the Pottery Barn. Like they have some really nice things on there, and I don't understand why it's only on the kids website. But it's definitely worth looking at when you're doing projects like this for like decor, lighting, hardware, all that sort of stuff, because it's definitely universal and doesn't just have to be like a kid's room or something. So I have that, and then my most favorite piece of this laundry room is gonna be the hanging drying rack. Now we got that from George and Willie. It was sold out for the longest time because they did an awesome deal where it was only $280. And of course I tried to get it and it was completely sold out. So when it came back in stock, I did get a little discount, but it still came to a whopping $335. Definitely something that I had to think about before I bought it, but I knew that it would completely make the space, and the color of it with the white and the natural wood, it just works perfectly in the space. There are tons of options on Etsy that are similar to this. There's actually one that someone's promoting that looks almost identical to this one. They didn't have a lot of reviews and it was kind of a new listing, so I wanted to make sure what I'm buying is exactly what I wanted. But yeah, there's tons to choose from. I'll put here a dupe, and then also I'll link below the one I got, and then a few others that you can look at. but I love it. It has a rope. We've pre-tied the knots to where we want it so we can lower it down to exactly where it needs to be for us to hang clothes on, and then also where it needs to be to come up all the way to the top. And then yeah, super easy to use. We really like it, and it really makes the space. I think not having a wall cabinet here really opens the area, and then you just have this like focal point of making the laundry room. Again, on Etsy that I forgot is the drying hooks that I got, or they're not really hooks. They're like hanging pieces. This works perfect for if you're, you know, doing like a delicate wash for dresses, blazers, jeans, pants, things like that. You can just hook them up and hang them on here to dry. So I did 2 different tiers, obviously for just like t-shirts and stuff. And then this one, I did put my longest dress against it to see how high I needed to go to screw it in so that would work if I was ever washing that piece. Those are super awesome. I've already used them a ton. It's really helpful when you're pulling out your laundry and folding everything, and you can just immediately like hang everything that needs to be hung and just put it on behind you and then take it into your room when you're done. But yeah, I really like those. I got those from Etsy and they were $79 for 2. And, oh, the tongue and groove, I don't have an exact price because we bought it with a bunch of things and I can't find the receipt, but I want to say maybe it was like 50 bucks, somewhere around there, 50, 60 bucks. We had to buy 3 sheets and then also the trim to go on top, and then we had to cut to size. We usually have them do that for us, but this time, because we had to buy a circular saw to use, sorry, the recycling is literally getting picked up outside. You probably hear that. I'm gonna talk really fast before my battery dies. So that was the drying hooks. Then I also have the rug. We got the rug from Rugs USA. I'll put a big picture here because it's kind of hard to show on the floor. But my parents actually have a bigger version of this, or had a bigger version of this in their living room. And it really holds up really well. So I ended up picking it for the runner in here, and it looks really nice. And again, it ties in the natural feel with this, with the light, with the material of the countertops, and the color of the wall. It really brings in a natural, homey-like feeling. Then obviously I bought my plants. So we moved things around a little bit from earlier in this vlog. I ended up putting the ivory here, I added a candle, and then I left these 3 here. And together, buying all 4 of those plus the pots and everything, I spent maybe about $80. And then I also have the one on the window, which I already had. I just placed up there. But yeah. Then adding like tools and supplies, like I said, we had to get a circular saw, things like that. I would maybe say I spent about $150. But those are things where it's like that one-time purchase, which you're gonna use over and over again. So I'm just gonna tie that into this project. But again, if you have that already, then obviously you're not gonna spend that money. So overall, I spent for this project, with this project, I spent just around $3,000. But again, going back to what I was saying earlier, when I reached out to someone to do this professionally for me, they were quoting $3,000 to $3,500 just to do the countertop and the cabinets. No color, no details, no special hardware, nothing like that. And I've done our entire laundry room at about around the same price of $3,000, but I did everything in this room and made it exactly how I like it. Yeah, it took us a few weeks to do, but it turned out amazing and it's exactly what we wanted. And then we also learned a lot along the way. So yeah, if you're ever looking to design your laundry room or do a do-yourself kind of project, you gotta kind of weigh out the options. It's always good to get an opinion from a professional, kind of see what they can offer in that price, and then you can price out what it would cost you to do yourself. So we kind of priced that out before we did the project and knew that we'd be spending around the same amount that they were offering, but we were gonna get so much more bang for our buck to do it ourselves and also get the look that we want. Like I mentioned, I will link everything below. I'll link everything that I purchased along with an alternative that's maybe a little cheaper or looks a little different. That way you can take a look at both options if you're looking to do something like this. I'm gonna finish getting ready to go to work. I'm probably gonna end it here for today. Maybe I'll pick up tomorrow. If not, I will start a new one. But yeah, thank you for coming along and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit.